This is Devin from Deadly Hour Gaming. For those coming for the first time, welcome. For those coming back, welcome back. Today we are going to do our first impressions slash mini guide. Go over kind of my thoughts of the league so far. Some of the mechanics of some of the skills that I have tried, played with, and stuff like that. So we'll go over a bit of the details of how the mechanics of the league works, and I'll do a run in there with y'all, um, kind of show you how it works and all that fun stuff. So, but first off, for those uh, for those of you that like the content, please smash that like button. I definitely do appreciate it. And if you want to keep up with this, my build guides, whenever I get those out, which I'll be getting out here soon. Right now, I'm working on my Crackling Lance build, which is being a little bit trying, but I mean, it's still great damage. It can do quite a bit, but it's just the style of it is a little bit uh, yeah, but that's for another video. But if you want to keep up with all that, my game guides, my views, and all that fun stuff, smash that subscribe button to keep up to date with everything. And if you want to chat with me, everybody else, you can join the Discord, which is links down below. Um, you can actually chat with me on Discord through my live stream, so you don't have to jump on Twitch or anything like that to talk to me. Um, but other than that, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So as far as the league so far, I haven't really had any issues. It's been running really smooth. The overall consensus of it, I mean, it has its points where it can be fun. Um, there are a few things that it's kind of I'm still trying to figure out why, but I kind of understand it. Um, but there's a few quality of life things I wish they would kind of implement. Is that one, whenever you're going through um, the world, you're gonna get these dropped. Your these are your markers. This is where you get your currency, if you will, for your um, missions and stuff, your contracts, your blueprints, and all that stuff. So essentially, you'll get these dropped. Now, these are quests tied to your mercs, which in here they're called clients. So essentially, you got to take these to go talk to the respective um, merc and trade, talk to them to start the quest, and you go run it, and hopefully you can go do it and finish it, and you get the rewards and all that stuff. Um, Now, the only thing I don't like about these is that you can't get rid of them. You can't just like put them in your storage. You have a heist locker for putting your other blueprints, which would be your general regular ones. Um, but other than that, you can't move these. I mean, you can move them around here, but you can't put them in your storage. You can't put them in here, which is quite frustrating for, say, people that are leveling up a new character and don't want to do heists until they get max level and all that stuff. So it can kind of get frustrated when you're going to get quite a few of these, start filling up your inventory, and you can't do anything with them. So hopefully they'll change these and put a spot in here for the specific quest ones. But other than that, it's going to kind of each corridor is going to have its own spot. So now you're gonna have these where they're gonna have modifiers on there. So you're gonna have your different roles, your rare, and all that stuff. So they'll have roles on it. So some the alert like this one, the 4% raise of alert level reduced. So that'll help keep where you can do more stuff in there without getting alerted so quick. Stuff like that. So and then whenever you get those, you'll unlock the ability to do um, the blueprints. Now, I have one blueprint already. Now, to do these, if you look at the very top, you'll see wing revealed one of two, escape routes revealed one of four, so on and so forth. So you'll have to do these to a certain point where you unlock the quarters to this particular map. And then you also have to have mercs with a certain level of abilities. So you need one merc with perception of level 2, demolition is level 2, and counter level 1. Um, and then it has its own affixes and everything to where you can get the bonuses there. So um, now I'm gonna take that with us in there to kind of look at it because I want to see if it'll let me look at it because I haven't tried it. But essentially, now this I didn't know until I finally went to go do it because I kept reading this and it's like go to, or the regular ones you'll see it says go to the, what's it called? Give the to Daya in the the port, the harbor, but I couldn't figure out how to get to the harbor and that. I thought these were just the currency, but apparently this also is used to open the portal to the harbor. So essentially from any town or your hideout, you can right click, which uses one just to get there, which is kind of weird, but okay. Now the one thing I don't like is that the portal is Helm. I know it has a blue marking on the ground, but it's actually Helm. I never really saw it. I just clicked there, but you can't port to the house. I mean, not the house, but the hideout. You have to run back to him to go back to your hideout. Um, essentially, please don't give me.
Word of our last job has started getting
Yeah, he's gonna give me some. Sometimes they give you items
good
to
shot.
use them, but for some odd reason his
I'm
doesn't go
listening.
away. I might
What's
have
that?
two different quests with them, but it won't let me click the other ones until I get rid of this one. Um, So essentially, while you're running quests, you're going to have a chance of a specific loots in the the maps, which are tied to your mercs, to where they're gear. So keep an eye out for some of them because they are for your minions, not for you. So there'll be stuff like this and like that. This one I can put it on anybody with, as long as they're level 5 on any job. Some of them are specific, like this one is only for Tibbs. He has to have level 5 brute force before I can give this to him. So, uh, I like that. 8% chance on completing a heist to generate an additional reveal with Wakano. But yeah, you can use those to give to your minions. Landing room. I actually never have went in there. Um, But you can come in here and you can actually see all of their inventories and see where they are as far as skill wise. You can put your items in here, gear, and then the specific item in there. Uh, but that's it there. And you can change them out, change them out whenever you do a run after you're done. Whenever you pick the loot up at the end, um, some of them don't have a like an actual ending room where you go pick up something. Most do. You take that item to this guy over here, turn it in,
What have you got for
and
me?
sell it to him, and he's going to give you marks back. Generally more than what you pay to, because it costs money to do runs.
Yes.
So you'll want to go for regular contracts. You'll come in here, put it in there, and then you pick the merc you want to use in the run. So like
Hope
I
the
would
same
pick
with
there.
me.
It's gonna cost me 216 um, marks. So essentially, you can then run that, and then when you're done, you're gonna make more than what you pay. So you're gonna be able to keep up with marks. Um, and then essentially, but that's pretty much it for these. Let's go ahead and come in here. Let's see what's in here. So we've got your locker. Oh, this is to where you can put your blueprint in and look at it. So essentially, these are the areas I've got to go. Um, I've gotten a couple of them, but I've got to Yeah, I need level 2, and then I don't know anybody with that yet. He doesn't have level 2 yet. So you got to place your things accordingly where you think you're going to get through correctly. Um, and then once you get everything, you can then run it. You have your crew over here, your plans, and once you're ready to go, confirm your plans, and then run, and then go back out and run your heist. Make sure I got that back. Yeah, didn't think so. But that's it for that. Let me see. Winco.
Tala and good tidings.
So
Heard it looks like this.
So apparently you can spend gold to unveil areas if you want to. That way you can kind of know where items are that you want to go for, stuff like that.
Tala and good tidings.
So you'll burn through your um, you'll burn through your marks a lot faster doing that. So be mindful of it. So like this one, I've got a wing that I haven't unlocked yet, so I can go ahead. I can use a lot to unlock this because it's going to cost 2,314, which has one escape route, a delirium, and gem in there. So here, this wing's going to give me accessory reward room. Here is just a regular chest reward room. That's where I need for the thermatology, and 500 for that one, 250 for that one. So it gives you different escape plans. So if say for bigger heists, like the bigger map ones, where you're kind of worried about choke points and stuff, you might want to have a couple extra escape routes just in case to get out of there so you don't lose your loot. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and run one. I'm not gonna do a high level one. I'm just gonna do a low level one just because I want to kind of go through it slow and kind of show you all some of the stuff. And I haven't finished scaring this guy out, so he's not his defenses aren't that great. So I've got some of these I got to burn anyways. So now,
Right. What's the job?
when you're going through the map, everything you do can raise alert level. So every time you cast, oh, and another thing, whenever you come here, be mindful of where you click because if you click that and go back out, you just lost the contract. It's in different places unless they fixed it or changed it or reported it. Hopefully, they can put that in a stationary location. That way, you don't accidentally click out like I did once. Um, but
Always think this time I won't get nervous.
whenever
And
you
earn
go
enough to
in,
live.
don't cast as much unless you have to. Because every time you cast, that's sound, which raises your alert bar. So you generally want to try to not raise it up because some of these are long, some of them are short. So you got to be mindful of what you do and how you do it. Because going in there, you can't just go full bore, kill stuff, and open every single chest because some of these are really long and have a lot of chests in them to where you're having some of them chests you can open and it'll do a little bit. Some of them requires your merc to open where like he does an explosive which makes the alert level go up higher. So you got to be mindful of stuff like that. So the bigger the rewards, the more alert. And once that caps out, you have 20 seconds. Like if say you're picking up chests and stuff and you're killing enemies and it hits max, the alarm goes off. You have 20 seconds to get to the final room where the box is or whatever the case may be and grab it before it locks you out. Uh, and now also with that, once the alarm is sound and triggered, you can't pick up other chests. There are a few that your mercs some of your mercs can open, but most of them you won't be able to open back up. So don't try to open extra wings and stuff with your mercs and then try to come back to them. Now make sure, I mean, I would still do it if you want. Use your mercs before you set off the alarm. Use your mercs to unlock the booby traps and all that stuff, just in case it happens to have a chest that you can unlock with your merc after the alarm is set. Um, that way you can do it, because if those booby traps are still there when the alarm's set, they won't be able to go and disarm them, or at least the ones that I've done. I haven't seen any where it'll let them disarm them after the alarm is sound. Now I haven't seen very many chests that I've been able to use my mercs to open after the alarms and sound. So I meant that could have just been a bug, but uh, just just in case. But like I said, don't try to go in there and kill everything. Um, I mean, you can. It's just going to be kind of limited. So be mindful of what you grab, because if you don't really care about going to the end and getting the last thing, and you just want to get all that stuff, just remember doing that, you're not going to get the final reward, which gives you all the marks to pay you back for what you spent for the run. So just bear in mind that. Some of the runs will have like safes in the final room, that make sure you go open those, because those will have looted them. But other than that, it's just the final reward, which is just a idol of some sort or something to bring back. But here we go. So you'll see a patrol right there, and you got these guys. So I've got to kill these real quick and then run across before they come back. Oh, there's a guard.
I see you.
I saw you too. So see, it'll tell you how much it's going to bring up. So since this is one that I can just open, it's not going to raise it much. Now, you might just see random crap. Still pick it up. Make sure you have inventory before you come into these, because just because it's yellow, you don't know what stats are going to be on it, because some of the gear can come up with extra rolls on them. So just pick up everything if you can. Um, so that'll show what the merc needs to do, and then just click it, let them do their thing, and see how much this one's going to bring up. Almost a quarter of a bar by itself.
That is a keeper.
So you gotta be mindful of those, because it can bite you in the butt. I don't need any of that stuff, so I don't care about that.
Surrender or die. Oh, you ain't gonna like this.
So I don't want to go over there, because of the fact once I do that one, it's gonna pretty much get me full.
Oof. I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. No further. Reckon we cut me close now. Don't move. Oof.
Ah, crap.
I'm gonna be sore tomorrow.
Good for you.
Seize them. Oh, you ain't gonna like this.
Yeah, I got all these chests that I want to get, but
Hate this part of the job.
cause see, what you can do is do it like this, where you go to the
Good
end,
stuff.
get it unlocked, and get it ready.
Easy. Think this might be what we're after?
And see, where's the chest? There's a safe. Sometimes there is safe, sometimes there's not. So, but if you die in here or leave by any means, you lose everything you get. Money. So now I can go and say open at least one of the chests.
Right,
Oh,
we've got to make tracks soon. Nice piece.
no, they're not. So okay. So let's see if we can manage this. So now I got 20 seconds. I should have just hit that other chest. I didn't think about it, but oh well. Click it, grab it, and then run. Because they're gonna start. They will start coming out, and the longer you're in there, the more will come. Depending on your build, these doors are good ways and strategic ways of going in and so see, this was one he can unlock for me. Like I said, that doesn't always work. But then again, you can't see that the chest is there. Cause see, like he can't open that one. Oh, you die.
Should have just let us leave.
But whenever you're going through a door, there's usually always going to be a pile of them there. Especially one like this where he has to break it back open again. Uh, there's going to be a not a patrol, but like a defensive position. And of course, I say that, and there's none over there. There's usually always. There they are. See, they're gonna be piled up there, and all you do is just wait until he runs through, and then you can set up your totems or whatever you have you there, and just go. And then as soon as he breaks through, just cast one time if it's like some type of a chain or whatever. But that's it.
That's how it's done.
Then when you're done, you come back up here and you talk to him and you sell it to him and get 232 back because it cost me like 170 or whatever it was, or 124, I think it was. I can't remember. But now all the loot is mine. So nothing extra on these. Wasn't lucky on those. Nothing really worth anything. Um, but that's pretty much it. Once you're done, you just sell whatever you need to sell, do what you got to do, you're done. Um, but that's pretty much it. You just keep running them. You're gonna have different mercs each time you run them. Some, I mean, depending on the map, you might do the same merc repeatedly. So just keep doing them, level up your mercs, and then you can start doing grand heists and get the bigger rewards, bonuses, and they'll be a lot harder, um, and all that fun stuff. So, uh, I mean, getting through to it, and this is why I mean, it's kind of hard for some builds, because you gotta kind of, if you want to get through and get the most out of it, it's finding getting a build to where you can pinpoint where you want the damage to go. You don't want it like I'm switching between arc and crackling lance. Crackling lance is great because it got good damage and it's directional where I want it. Arc will zap them because there are some of them where there are some enemies that are walking around that are like awake, and then some are robots and stuff like that that are they're alive, but they're like in dormant mode. They just sit there unless you touch them, type deal. Um, so it's one of those things where you can just leave them be and be able to pick up a lot more chests. But then again, you also got to deal with all those activating as soon as the alarm goes off and you're done. So that's where you gotta. There's some trade off with your builds of being able to go through without triggering as much enemies as possible. So that's the only thing I have an issue with, like minions, is keeping them from spanning out and aggroing enemies that you don't need to kill. So they can get kind of, some things can mess you up and kind of get frustrating, but hope they'll probably do some adjustments here soon. Probably in the next day or two with some patches like they normally do. But we'll have to see how that goes. But that's pretty much it so far. So far, I mean, it's pretty interesting. I mean, the heists are kind of, I like how they're kind of, the floor planes are always different, kind of different flows, different feels each time you do it. So it's a nice change of things. Um, so I definitely enjoy it. Um, I can't wait till get 'em- that's what I'm about to work on is like setting this character up with the gear and get all the resist and all that stuff set up to where I can start doing all my mapping and do the higher levels of these and then do that grade heist and I'll stream my first grade heist whenever I get that set up. But other than that, the league's fun. I'm enjoying it. Uh, it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's nothing so far. It's nothing like some of the other ones where it was like a rush, delirium and stuff like that, where you had a crap ton of mobs. But like whenever you set off the alarm and trying to get out, it can get a little dicey from time to time. So it's definitely a lot of fun and interesting to kind of play through. So, but other than that, that's my first impressions of it so far. It's been a fun event. It's something new. It's fresh. Um, Definitely something interesting to play through. So, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. But other than that, you all have yourself a great day. This is Devin from Deli Art Gaming, and you all have a good one. And if, like I said, if y'all do like the content, please hit that like button. And if you want to keep up to date with the game, other games, guides, all kinds of stuff, smash that subscribe button. And also, if you want, join that Discord down below. Uh, I definitely will be happy to see y'all there. You all have a great one.